Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. And if you're new here, thank you and welcome. This is Motor Mike Media, and as always, I'm Motor Mike. And today, well, we're going to talk about this car, a 2001 Escort Zx2, and it's my daily driver, and I kind of hate it. So let's go over it real quickly because we're actually on the way to go pick up its potential replacement. So let's get started. So this is it, a 2001 Escort, and I really like this front end. It's weird, it's different, it's quirky. Some people think it's ugly, but I think it's all right. But this car, I bought it for under $2,000. It only had 50,000 miles when I bought it. And you can tell that overall, it's in pretty good shape, especially for being a Michigan car. Now, as we go along the side here, I always like these old school 90s wheels. They're a cool little touch. But the body lines, it's a pretty decent looking car. But as you can see on the side, there's no major dents or anything, just a few scratches. The biggest problem's right here. You can see the bumper actually broke. I had some tape holding it on. But overall, this vehicle, it's weird, it's different, it's quirky. I really like these taillights. It's a 90s thing. But as we come along, it's one of those cars that I really liked. It was cheap, it was affordable, but it has a lot of problems. So let's look at some of them. Now, going into the interior of the vehicle, I always like two-door everything. Once you open it, it is a very long door for such a small car. But you have cloth seats. Yes, they're very cheap, but they're pretty nicely bolstered. And then the dash. The dash is simple, nothing special, but it's one of those vehicles where it is an age of its time, where things are cheap plastics. You have very big panel gaps. Oops, sorry about that. Getting into the vehicle. Just a simple layout. Over here, old school radio, cassette player, easy to use temperature controls, the gauges. Now, that's actually one of my favorite part. I like these simple gauges, but when I get the vehicle started, you'll see one of the reasons why I hate it. Alright guys, so I just sat down, I turned the car on. You can hear it's running a little rough. That's one of the problems. You can actually look at the RPMs, and they are skipping a beat. The steering wheel is actually lightly shaking, but this piece actually right here, it broke off because it was shaking so bad. And that's one of the things. These cars have sensor problems, the engines aren't very balanced, and these automatic transmissions, they're not the best. If this was a stick shift, it would help this car a lot, but these were just throwaway cars back then. Cheap cars under $15,000 that people would buy, use for a few years, and then just replace them. So let me actually put this car in gear real quick. You can see the RPMs bounce back up, and now everything's pretty smooth. You can hear the rattling, the door panels rattle and stuff like that, but I'll take a little quick when I'm driving the road, and I'll show you how bad the steering wheel can actually shake. You can actually see it right now, how it's vibrating quite a bit. So when you're driving the car, it's fairly smooth. As you can see, got the hands off the steering wheel, it's not moving that much. This is a very smooth road. But when I come to a stop right here, you can see the RPMs will slowly go down. You can hear it vibrating a little bit. They'll hold there, and you see the steering wheel shaking. Oh yeah. You can see it vibrating. The car will do that. And this is one of the problems I keep having. The RPMs will fluctuate like this when I come to a stop, and it gets very annoying very quickly. Now, as I keep going, there's a little bit of a jerk, but then it's smooth again. So it's one of the reasons why I kind of hate this car. Well, this car, it's one of those cars I bought cheap, just as a vehicle to get me the working bag. And there's a little problems like I just showed you with the RPMs going up and it being kind of rough and the steering wheel shaking out of my hands. But we're going to make some more videos on this. We're going to diagnose some of the problems, get our hands dirty, get in here and try to fix this vehicle so I can sell it. Because like I said before, we're actually on the way to go look at its potential replacement. So if you're excited for that, stay tuned to the channel, and it's going to be a lot more content on this, a lot more content in the vehicle we're about to go look at. And if you haven't already and you want to, check out my channel. I keep trying to give you guys more and more content. I talk about cars, trucks, SUVs and crossovers, combustion engines and EVs, a little bit of everything. And please, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you guys can stay up to date with the latest and greatest from my channel. And as always, I truly, truly appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.